no, that's okay. But I had to mute you because you were yelling.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you were yelling in French.
Yeah.
So
I know,
it was
it sounded cool.
I did
It was cool French yelling.
Yeah, it was like, pourquoi pas? No, monsieur. Je ne sais, no.
No.
Keep practicing, Maria.
Yeah.
Did it pop up? Are you watching it live? Go to YouTube and see if it's on there too, if you don't get it that way. We're just testing our on-air to see if it's going up live. James Patterson is going to be here in a second, and we need a couple more people in the Hangout.
Well, that would be nice.
Grab Kempton, see what Justin's up to.
Justin, where are you?
Let's see, who else can I think of?
Kim, right? Where is she back? Not back yet?
No, she ain't back yet.
Oh,
You can throw an invite at her and see what happens, but...
I thought I did. Yeah, you guys are in my circle, so that I always, put out.
Let me think.
Trev. Where's our Trev? It's Monday.
Oh, yeah, Trev, of course. Duh.
Right?
Who else can we trust?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I cannot be in the Hangout, Renzo says, because my internet is too slow. What? Daniel, I think there's firewalls in here that prevent him from doing so. Kempton, there you are. Well, maybe
cool.
not.
Kempton's here? Thank God.
Maybe not. Oh, there you are, Kempton. There's something going on with Google today. There's major delays. Yeah. Funky thing. I can feel it. I saw it when you guys came in. It wasn't like instantaneous.
You look sharp right now, but yeah, there was a moment where yeah, you look pretty.
It's Monday.
Oh, come on. What's the word after you look pretty? You look handsome.
What's the word after you look pretty? What's the word? There's nothing. There's nothing needed after that.
Nothing needed. Well, how about the return compliment on all of us handsome men here?
Oh, yes. I can't go without my hot guys in my Hangout.
Right, that's what I'm looking for. Even though it's not true.
I need you. No, it is true.
I'll take it.
It's true. But listen, you had a question for James Patterson, yes?
James Patterson, the author?
Yes.
Let me take a look first.
Someone did. Well, I know Deanna has a question. What's that
sound? Deanna. I think Deanna.
What's that noise?
We're like a bunch of complaints.
What's going on? I'm hearing all kinds of things.
Not for me, I don't think.
I definitely have questions for the director of Larry Charles, right?
You know what? Larry Charles, I just saw he just walked in. He's an interesting looking dude.
Is he? Oh, okay. He directed the Borat, yeah.
Yeah, he directed Sacha Baron Cohen in Dictator and also Borat. But he's got this funky beard that goes, I mean, he almost looks like a, I don't want to say like a homeless guy, but he kind of.
Yep, that's how you put it.
Yeah, he kind of does.
He kind of does. So you just walk in the set, he's going on now, and then...
into the newsroom, or into the building, and he's going into makeup, or I don't know what they're going to do with him in hair and makeup.
All right.
He has his own style.
All right, let me pull up all the stuff and quickly read up. Like, when I saw it, he's on, I was really excited because, hey, Borat is one of my favorite films.
It's interesting for me to hear that, Kempton.
Oh, yeah, I love it. But here's the thing, I love Borat, and I have so much expectation on Bruno, and I borrowed Bruno as a DVD from a library.
You hated it.
I hated it.
You know what? I liked Bruno because I saw it with a girlfriend of mine, and we just laughed and laughed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just so ridiculous, but that we laughed. But I don't think he directed that one. He directed Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. See, with Bruno, I think he.
Borat.
with Bruno, I think he and Sasha crossed the line of being mean in quite a few places. Whereas Borat, sure, I mean those people are asking for it, like the idiots, the group of people that went on his van, the college kids. I mean, yeah, I mean those kids are like asking for it.
Right.
Right, but yeah, the Bruno, like, hey, I mean, I love fashion, but then wearing the Velcro. Remember the scene
Well, it
with
just
the
got almost
Velcro?
but it almost got pornographic with
Uh,
Bruno. Don't you think it got kind
Bru-
of
Bruno or Borat? You mean Borat, right?
Bruno?
Bruno? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe a bit, yeah. But then,
Yeah.
see, I didn't watch the whole thing, right? Just
Yeah. Well, if you watch the beginning,
skimmed the whole thing.
OMG, that was like OM Google. That was crazy.
Yeah, let me read that.
Let's see, Diana. Okay, so first up we do have James Patterson, and then Haley, I believe, and then Larry Charles will be the third. Now, James Patterson is here because I think he's talking about his mission to get more kids reading, and I think he's donating a ton of books to schools, maybe. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
With that as his goal, I definitely have a question. I mean, nowadays kids are like on their smartphone and everything, but opening up a book.
No one's reading books anymore. It's so sad.
Not their generation. I mean, us, I think some of us are still reading books. So,
yeah, even ever since I've had the baby, I used to always be reading books. Always. And
would you read book on your phone? Like they're good books. I mean, I actually have it on my mobile Kindle, and I do read it.
Stephen Jobs' biography that I've been trying to get through on my phone, but I just haven't had time. And I have a Stephen King book, an old one that I've been meaning to read on writing.
Oh, is it on writing? His Stephen King.
Should,
oh, yes. I love it. In fact, if you can, well, actually, maybe easier. Get his audio book, because Stephen King read it himself, and he reads it like the best storyteller that you can find. But sure, you can read it. But
I should get that one. You're right.
Yeah,
I'd rather listen to it.
Yeah, he talked about his car crash and stuff, right? I mean, it's a good book. Yeah.
But he talks about, like, his style and his writing and the process of writing and writer's block and how to get... I love that. Yeah. That's really fascinating. One day, amongst my list of things to do, I want to be a writer.
Hey, why not? What's stopping you?
Writer, but like I want to write a book or a screenplay. Well, mainly, my husband has told me, because you should write the book first, and then later on you can write the screenplay. But I really want to write my family story, my grandfather, who settled in the Philippines, and he mined gold, like they went there to mine the gold. But it's this kind of James Patterson, Master of the Games type of story. Did you ever read Master of the Games?
I don't remember reading that one.
Anyway, my grandfather was this big, tall, white guy who was like the Crocodile Dundee of the wild in the Philippines. And I remember seeing him everywhere with the hat, like Indiana Jones, and a shotgun. And that was like my grandfather. Yeah, and that was my childhood every time I would go visit them on the farm. Anyway, here he comes.
Okay. James
Patterson. Yeah, I wish
a
couple more people, so it's just you guys. I'm counting on you guys. Hello. Hi, Maria Quiban. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to be met.
Please come sit down. Let me turn off my heater here. Hey, Shaka, you could ask them to just speak to the audience.
Do I, right about here?
Yes, yes. This is our Google Plus Hangout.
Okay.
And have you ever heard of it?
No, I mean I've done Skype before.
It's I like to explain it as all the social media networks kind of married together, married to Skype.
Okay.
Because it allows us, it's really neat. Google Plus, it allows us to hang out with anywhere up to 10 people in the Hangout from all over the world.
Okay.
And
this is a little out of sync too. Huh? Okay.
There's something.
No, that's okay.
There's something going on with Google today, particularly.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, but it could be just on our end too. So
That's
we're trying to figure it out.
I just want to be used to it.
And then there's also about, more than 100, I think 170 registered Google Plus users now. So it's a neat technological, to me, advancement.
170?
Registered Google Plus users on YouTube and G Plus. And, yeah,
Okay.
it's astounding.
Good.
Anyway,
Bring them on.
Bring it, right?
Let them loose.
So, guys, if you're just joining us on air, it's Maria from the Fox11 newsroom, and here with me is the.
Is that what I look at there?
Yeah, here's the camera right here. Is
the camera.
James Patterson, the highly prolific author and screenwriter.
Good-looking old man.
Good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Hey. So if you have some questions, just send it to me, plus as comment, and we'll try to ask you questions you as well. Let me introduce some of the guys that are in the Hangout. A couple of faces may pop up here while we're here, but let me introduce you to Dayano. He is in Reno right now, hanging out with us. Kempton is in Canada.
Hi, James.
Hey, how are you?
And Laurent is in Paris. He's in
Wow.
France. I know, it's awesome. It's a Monday. It's like Monday.
Okay.
And everyone's trying to get their motor
Parlez-vous
going.
français?
Très bien, merci.
No.
Great.
You yes, me no.
Listen, thanks so much for being on the show today and in our Hangout. I know you're here primarily to promote your mission to get kids reading. Is that right? And you're donating some books? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm in LA this week, and I'm going to do a high school a little later, present to a bunch of high school kids. And then we're giving away books to every high school and middle school in Los Angeles.
Like school books or pleasure books to read?
Pleasure books. Fun.
Yeah?
No, not pleasure. I don't know what pleasure books
not
mean.
pleasure, but
So
not homework
we'll go
so much.
with, novels that I've written.
Yeah.
That we think they'll like. And I have a middle school series, which a lot of younger kids like, and then Maximum Ride and Witch and Wizard for older kids.
What do you think kids have kind of stopped reading books along
I
the
don't
way?
think they have. I think a lot of kids are reading. I think it's not looked at as cool by some kids. I've had kids say I'd rather get burned at a stake than read a book. But I think the biggest problem is we don't give kids enough books that they're going to like. My son, who's a bright guy, when he was 8, he did well in school, but he wasn't a big reader. And that summer we said, you're going to read every day. And he said, do I have to? I said, yeah, well, if you want to have a house over your head over or a roof over your head, you do. But I said, we're going to go out and find really cool books for you. So and they're out there. There are a lot of good books for kids to read. The Percy Jackson series is terrific. Obviously, the Harry Potter stuff. My Maximum Ride series for kids. Sort of 11 and up, and then the middle school series that I write for kids pre-middle school and middle school it's just fun stuff.
We just read a story today about how Justin Bieber, who is got a huge following on Twitter, like over 20-something million, and he had made a comment about how he hated reading, and and it's unfortunate because so many young people. I know it's unfortunate. Follow him as a role model, and so. Anyway, I believe in reading wholeheartedly. I was just talking to the guys in the Hangout how I always have a book in front of me, but I just had a baby and life has just taken over. But yeah.
Well, the thing about it with kids is if they don't read, most of them. I mean, look, you get a Justin Bieber and he connects and he's got a good voice and everything, so he makes it out even though he doesn't read much. But for most kids, if you don't read well, high school is going to be impossibly hard.
Right.
The ability to get into college is going to be difficult, and the ability to get the kind of job you want is going to be very difficult. In addition to the fact, you won't be as interesting.
Exactly. I was just going to say, just creatively, you're not going to have much to offer. So hey, you guys, if you have any questions, I know you do. A couple of you, yes. Just let me know. And okay, Diano, yes, you have a good one.
I'm just going to jump in. First off, Mr. Patterson, it is an honor, man. There are very few authors that I say I can read just because, they wrote the book. Dane Coons, John Sanford, and you.
Thank you.
That's my list of authors of books I will read just because they wrote it. So this is huge for me. I was actually kind of curious because I was actually talking to Maria and some of the others before we came in, and I know that Alex Cross is getting made into a movie. You wouldn't happen to have any casting decisions made there? No, man. Tyler Perry as Alex Cross, that doesn't work for me.
Sometimes I have a little more influence on that one than on some, but Alice, it's actually called Alex Cross. It's coming out, I think, October 26th. It's shot already.
Oh, they've shot it. Oh, okay.
So no one doing that.
Done, but and I think the cast is pretty good. It's going to surprise you because Tyler Perry is playing Alex
He's actually
Cross.
a very good actor. It's just sort of out of the
I'll
box
tell you what,
for him.
it's very different for him, which is why he wanted to do it.
Right.
And he's terrific at it. It's been, they do all this testing at the studios, and it tested extremely well. And just every single person that saw it said, I'm surprised. Tyler is great in this dramatic role. And Matthew Fox from Lost, he plays a bad guy.
Ed Burns is in it as well.
Ed Burns, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks completely different.
Well, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be fun. Laurent, did you have a question as well? Oh, she just went. So Google Yes, go ahead.
So James, when I remember when I was young, I was reading Chinese kung fu fiction under the table in class. Forget about what the teacher is saying. I'm reading the fiction I really love, or Sherlock Holmes or whatever, the Chinese translated version of it. So I want to ask you, and now they are, at least in the Asian area, there are online fictions that has become massive movies and has an great online following. So I want to ask you, in North America, do you see authors, young or authors of all age, writing stuff online to catch the readers who are online all the time?
Yeah, there's a lot of fiction online now at Barnes & Noble and Amazon, et cetera, and a lot of other places. This whole phenomenon, the 50 Shades of Grey, that basically started online. Started in Australia, I think, but that's huge, and that all started online. But there are bestsellers now that basically are all online.
I'm interested in your technique or your schedule. Like, is it all handwritten? Do you go on? You do.
I do. Yes, it is. I write it by hand.
Wow, and then someone comes along and puts it on the computer for you.
I have 3 people that they've all gone blind just trying to read my handwriting.
And what's your daily routine? Like, do you get up and write right away, or do you go to the gym first?
No, I get up and write right away. When I'm in LA, you're 3 hours different. So this morning I was up, 4 o'clock your time writing.
Wow.
So it's a little different out here.
And you have to, because I know some writers.
On the plane going home.
I know some writers who they don't even take phone calls. They don't even get out of their pajamas. They get out of bed. They're at the computer writing until minimum 12 o'clock, and it's like you cannot even call them. If there was an earthquake, they would still probably be there writing. Like, are you that kind of a writer? Or?
No, I'll write early in the morning. I'll usually take a real long walk after that. Then I'll write some more in the morning, and then in the afternoon. I write 7 days a week.
You do. And do you
have
have
disconnected?
Yeah, no, that's my other. See, that's the thing with this. It's like it's all in here. We're okay. We're still broadcasting. But do you? So what's your for writer's block? What do you do against that, or do you have
never
that?
had it.
Never
had writer's block. Yeah. Well, I think partly because I'm always working on 5 or 6 things at the same time. So if something isn't working, I just go to the next thing.
Yeah,
I did the same thing this morning. There were 3 things that I was working on that I brought out here, and one of them I'm having trouble with, so I just went to something else.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You have a bestseller like every year, every few months. I don't know how you do it. You write 7 days a week, like you said. So
I do.
You do. Go ahead, Deanna.
No, actually, hit Trev up first. I'll come up after that.
Oh, Trev. Yeah, go ahead. Trev is in the UK. He's in England.
Hi. How you doing? Again, like Deanna, it's an honor to meet you. I was just going to ask the writing, the actual physical writing of it. Do you do that because you feel more inspired doing it that way, or is it just what you're used to?
It's just the way I've always done it, and at this point it's a habit. I'm really not great on the computer anyway. My typing skills are rusty, to put it mildly. So I just find, and I have 2 people who will transcribe what I do. So
how about some sort of dictating software where you can just kind of speak to your computer and it writes down?
Yeah, that might work. That might work. I don't know. I mean, it's just been a long-standing habit to do it this way, so it'd be hard to change me. My son is always. I have a 14-year-old. He's always trying to get me to do things differently than I am, and I'm getting.
In the 21st
and I'm trying to get
century.
him to do things differently than he does, and that doesn't work.
I'm more
with
you as well, going back that way. That's an art form now. It's to write cursive. Go ahead, Deanna. What was your question?
It will.
It's
learning to write cursive. Yeah.
A lot of your books, Mr. Patterson, is like, I mean, they're so detail specific and whatnot. So I was kind of curious, like on an average book that you write, how much research do you have to put into it in order to make sure that you're getting things accurately? Which you do, because I do check and you nail it.
Well, there are two levels in terms of making them accurate. The first is I will do, and it's easier now with the internet, obviously, in terms of getting information. And then the publisher will double check. So we have sort of two stopgap things there in terms of trying to get the information right. Yeah.
Campton?
Yeah. So James, do you ever write a novel to get to an idea or concept? I'll give you an example. In Carol Shields' Stone Diary, she said she write the novel to get to the line, "I'm not at peace." So do you have novels that you really try to get one thing across, or the protagonist to say one thing?
Not usually. I'm not a message writer. I mean, I think messages may come out of what I do. I'm always trying to. I want to combine basic storytelling with emotional content, and hopefully people will get done with the book and want to read another book. Mm-hmm. But no, I've never written around just one particular idea and based the whole book on it. Actually, I have something now that I'm thinking about. It's a little more serious. I'm not sure whether I'm going to commit to it, but it would be more down the lines of the Shields book.
Do you write a story thinking, oh, this would make a great film or a great movie, or do you just
No, I never really think of the movies because it's just too much of a crapshoot out here in terms of what gets made and doesn't get made. So mm-hmm. I always think that most of the things that I write could be a movie. And if they can make a movie out of What to Do When You're Expecting, they could clearly make a movie out of anything.
I thought that too.
They're going to do one on the phone book soon. I think that'll be cool. The Yellow Page.
Yellow Page is the movie.
Only like this.
Right.
Online. But,
15 stars have signed up.
You're funny. That's awesome. Do you guys have any other questions? No? I
still got more questions. Like,
okay.
I've wanted to do this for a long time. I was just curious, like, when you start writing a book, do you know where you're going to go with it at the end of it, or do you just kind of see what happens as you're writing?
Both.
Do you have an outline?
Oh, yeah. I'm really big on outlines. My outlines can run anywhere from 40 to 80 pages.
Dear God.
But I then I feel free to just totally change things as I go along, and I always do. In fact, I'll do one of the drafts where I'll just go through. It went this way. What if this happened? Mm-hmm. So and that's how a lot of the twists come about. It was going one way. What if I did this? Because that would be a lot more fun and interesting.
From the beginning of a concept to the end of the novel, how long? What is that time period for you, on average?
Well, most of them kind of wind up taking a year, just because I'm doing a lot of other things at the same time. Wow. Kids' books less, half a year for the kids' books.
Trev?
No, I was just going to say, how often do you, where you said you experiment and go off on like a tangent, how often does that take precedence over your original idea?
I would say every book there's always something that changed pretty drastically from the outline.
Wow.
Nice.
When I first started writing Alex Cross, the first 50 pages, Alex was a woman.
I read that.
I didn't like the way it was going, and I shifted it.
So last question for James Patterson. So what's your advice for someone wanting to get into writing?
I think it depends on what kind of writer you want to be, obviously. I mean, if you want to be a commercial writer, you want to be a commercial writer, it's story, story, story. You want to have an idea that when you tell it to some people, if you trust them, they go, ooh, that sounds like a cool idea. And then it's just, look, I mean, when you tell stories to people, I mean, you know what, I mean, not these guys necessarily,
That's
but
right.
you know what the best stories you tell. If you wrote it down, it probably wouldn't have any great sentences in it. It would just be a great story.
Mm-hmm.
So get the story down, and then you can polish it forever if you want to. But get the story down first, just the story, just that cool story that you wanted to tell. You want to write more serious, that's, all bets are off. You can kind of, don't need an outline. You can be James Joyce. You can be, I mean, there's a lot of ways if it's so-called more serious fiction.
So just get it down, get the story down, and then
Yeah, try to write every day. That's one thing. I mean, if you write a page a day, at the end of the year, you got 365 days.
You're right.
365 pages, 366 if it's leap year.
There you go.
More question, just really quick.
Okay, last one.
Mr. Patterson, how do you know when a book is done? It's like, because when I'm writing, it's like it almost never seems to be done as so much as I just stop working on it.
I think it gets easier when you've done a bunch of them or you have a certain amount of success. A lot of it is confidence, and confidence is just so important, at least I think it is. And I remember, like Morgan Freeman, who's done, he did a couple of Alex Cross movies, and he said confidence is the whole ball of wax for him. I mean, that's what really, he's just so, when he gets in front of a camera, he has ultimate confidence. I have confidence that I'm going to be able to do a book, and I kind of know when it's finished, or I have a sense of when it's finished.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
you guys.
you. Nice to meet you guys.
Thanks a lot.
And you.
Thanks, John.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for the hangout. Okay.
It was really a pleasure, Mr. Patterson.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
picture.
Will you guys
Yeah.
Oh, picture.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here we
Here's
are.
the camera. Thank you.
Classic.
Okay.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
Pretty cool.
That was great.
These two.
Yeah, I like that one too. Deanna, he set up, he goes, I like that question. How do you know when you're done?
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, I really like that question. Cool, you guys.
That's fun.
I'm surprised it's not packed. You think for him it'd be...
You know what? I think it's a Monday thing. I feel like... No? And also there's some kinks in Google today. They're a little slow, I noticed. So
Yeah, I tried to join this hangout at first. It took like a good 90 seconds for everything.
yeah, it took a while for Deano, and then Renzo popped in, but then he popped back out. He's having connectivity issues.
Yeah.
So,
You sure it's not an invite issue, right? Not a problem
I'm hoping not.
Google invite.
Yeah, I'll do a
We want to try it again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a re-invite. Right when I went to Laurent went to black.
Right.
It was funny. It always is my...
I'm going to have my breakfast at the same time now. So
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
mute my camera.
Hey Shaka, while I was doing a bit of research to make sure that I had all my facts straight for talking to James Patterson, I also found out that they're making the Maximum Ride series, at least 3 of the books, into movies in 2013.
He was just...
Nice.
Didn't he just say that? He just said it just when... No, when you walked up to him.
No, I said the last one's gonna be finished sometime around August.
Oh, I thought you asked him about the Max
No.
series. Okay.
Yeah, I wish I would paid attention to the fact that here. I would have grabbed one of my son's books to have them on it.
Yeah, I know. I have a bunch of James Patterson books at home, and I should have brought one. I'm a dummy.
I was tearing up you said he was going to be here. I was trying to find one of my James Patterson books so I could have it here. I don't know where the hell my books are. I've got too many books.
I have a bunch of hardcover ones that I could have brought in.
I got that one.
Oh, here's one.
Out in the patio.
Why wasn't it?
Right there. You should have put it up earlier.
Well, yeah, but it's too much like... I don't want to say, oh, look, I've got... it looks a bit... if I was sat there with him, then I would do, because I'd want it signed or whatever. But
he could have done a little air sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, he signed it in spirit.
He did, yeah. He could have. Was that Lorana here typing? No.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. Be right back.
Okay. Well, let me re-invite.
Don't stop me. I could have kept talking to Mr. Patterson for a while. I would have kept going.
He seems like a nice guy.
Very.
Yeah, very
Because
nice.
I wasn't kidding when I said he writes a book. I will buy a book just because he wrote
that
it.
link up there.
Oh, no, not that. This one, I did.
If y'all ever get
he's
Dean
going
Koontz
to
on
my
the
circle.
show, y'all will be lucky
This
if I
one,
ever shut up the
hold on.
entire time.
Yeah, I know. I went to yours to reshare that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Take the link up there and post that link to your circles, to your invite circle.
Right. So I
Have
do
you
that.
tried that one yet?
No, I have not tried that.
Okay.
So then what I do
That's how I've been getting around the invite issue as well, Maria, is taking that link and just sharing it with the circles.
right, but with the circle.
Yeah, I just usually put, hey guys, I wanted to make sure you got the
Very
invite.
specifically to the circles, because that is a direct join link.
You're sharing circles.
It's not, let's see. What did I have? This one. And then I'll just do them too.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Just see if you get more bite.
Hey guys, just wanted to make sure you got invite. Thanks. Okay, Phil's about to go.
All right, I actually have another question. How sure are we all that it's actually Monday? You guys are sure it's not Sunday, so I can go back to sleep?
Speaking of, did you see the eclipse yesterday, Deanna? It was awesome where you were.
I saw freaking clouds. That's what I saw. I saw clouds.
Really?
I saw bastard clouds that just came out of nowhere and blocked almost the entire eclipse, except for one small moment where you could see the eclipse in between the clouds,
Well,
and then you saw more clouds.
I'm supposed to look up at it directly anyway, but what I saw from our house is that you definitely saw a light, the changing of the light. Like it was really bright, and then all of a sudden it was like there was a gauze, put over the
Hey, so yeah, I know what else I wanted to ask about the eclipse. So after the eclipse, did anyone get superpowers? That's how it worked in Heroes. There was a solar eclipse.
Still waiting.
I want to be Sylar. I don't care about the rest of y'all. I was like, just give me Sylar's powers and I'm good.
I lost one.
Well, it wasn't a total eclipse, so maybe that's why, Deanna. It was only 86% coverage.
Did you see? Did you see that photograph that I posted? It's not one of mine. I reposted it. And someone took it in Japan, and it was.
I saw that. Was
Perfect.
really good, Trev.
Yeah, but
brilliant.
How do you know it's not fake?
Yeah.
Well, I don't. I mean, it could be photoshopped, I guess, couldn't it? But the thing is, there was a total solar eclipse last night, so it could be fake, but there's a damn good chance it's real. I mean, let me find it for you.
I believe that it was real because it was a really awesome picture.
But absolutely superb.
Okay, Daniela got the invite, but she's working on the truck today. But I don't know what that means. Is she a mechanic?
She has a truck and she's working on it.
She's physically working on the truck.
Yeah, she can do that. Daniela's an awesome chick.
Wow, she's awesome.
That's sexy, that. Ever since Gone in 60 Seconds. Sorry?
Yeah. Angelina, was it Angelina Jolie? No, who was it?
Yeah, it was. Ever since Gone in 60 Seconds, a female mechanic to me is just really attractive.
It's very sexy for you.
No, I wanted to take auto mechanics class in high school.
Oh man, you should.
It just was so dirty.
Yeah, exactly. Blue bottle suit.
Indeed, it is so dirty. Your fingers will get with all the grease and everything.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah. But then one day you're going to show up in class in bikinis or something, right?
Well, if you grew up in Hawaii, we lived in our bathing suits. We basically went to school in our bathing suits.
Really?
And right after school.
That's the reason why I should go to
I'm
Hawaii.
moving to Hawaii. Screw this reading.
I'd feel even more out of shape though if I went to somewhere like that. I mean, we were talking about this the other day. No, we weren't. I was talking with Andy Bohm, who works for Google. He was at some place in Hollywood where there were all these beautiful people around the swimming pool, Never mind.
Oh, well, yeah, it's different. Like, yeah.
I was just saying, if I were there, it'd make me feel even more out of shape. I mean, in Bradford, I'm normal, but somewhere like that where everyone's got a six-pack and just, it's...
Six-packs.
Mm.
And the guys are pretty in West Hollywood. Even the guys are really pretty.
Yeah.
Self-conscious walking around. Their bodies are so hot.
Oh, come on, Maria.
Thank you.
All the guys.
Hey, Shaka, I want to mention your daddy-daughter thing. It was really cool.
Wasn't that
Thank
awesome?
you for the mention, Kim.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We really want to make this, even bigger every year. Like next year, it's going to be, I think this is fabulous. Just all dads and daughters should do it. I'm telling you, dads, that's the key. It is the key to our young women, empowered, successful, well-adjusted.
That's like some comedians I know have said, when you become a dad, your job until your daughter's 18 is to keep her off the stripper pole.
Keep her off the pole, Chris Rock.
Keep her off the pole.
That's his job, is to keep his daughters off the pole.
Now, once she gets married to the man that's going to be the only man that may possibly ever be good enough to be with your daughter, then she can take those pole dancing classes if she wants and get on the stripper pole. But before that, no stripper pole.
That's the thing. The thing is, I
courtship, you haven't, castrated them or thrown them off a balcony or down an elevator shaft or.
That's it. Everyone knows I'm a non-believer as far as.
That's a hell of an assumption.
Non-believer
if I had a daughter, in God, I don't believe in God. But if I had a daughter, then a priest would be perfect for it.
That's funny.
We're back hiding this morning.
So Shaka, your adopted daughter, so she is a daughter, like girl,
She's
like the father.
She's a more.
She's like a surrogate daughter.
She's a friend. She's my daughter's. What happens is my home is kind of like the neighborhood hangout for a lot of the kids. And so there are like girls who hang out with my daughter who we're like a real family oriented home. So like a lot of kids end up kind of liking being there. So unfortunately, a lot of my daughter's friends either
I bet you they have a crush on you.
They don't have.
I bet you
that would be so wrong in so many ways.
They will do. If you're that cool dad.
Has a crush on you.
They have a lot of the girls don't have dads in their lives or don't have great relationships with their dads, and
I bet you they have.
I end up having girls like, and this like used to freak me out at first when it started happening because I've always been that guy that's overprotective and overly cautious about, honestly about girls I don't know coming over the house because I don't know if their moms. Honestly, I'm just gonna be real. I don't know if their moms are a little nutty. I don't know what, and I don't ever want anybody accusing me of anything.
Yeah, right, true.
When my daughter was younger and she'd have sleepovers. Yeah. I'd go in the room and I'd stay in the room and wouldn't come out. And
Isn't
my wife would have to be out there.
Today you do have to be preemptive
like
to the degree.
You'd rather be safe.
When daughters would spend the night or something when they were really young, I wouldn't change diapers. I wouldn't touch the children.
You have to do that. Bill Burr is a comedian. My favorite comedian, actually. Bill Burr.
People are happy these days. People are,
especially here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and I never wanted to put myself in a situation to ever be accused of anything.
Right.
When girls they started becoming like 10, 11 years old, and they'd be over the house, and I'd like to have girls who would start calling me dad. And at first it was weird because they're like, "Hi, Dad," and I'm like, "Hi, I don't want any, I just don't want anybody's parents." But after a while, I just kind of started getting comfortable with it. It's like, if this young lady doesn't
have... Are these kids with dads, though? They actually live with their biological dads, and is that...
No, live with their mum.
It's right there to think that. I mean, if they come down calling you dad and then they go home and their daddy's there, he'd be a bit... Yeah.
The only ones who've ever really done that are the ones who don't have a dad in their lives on a regular basis.
Yeah, and that's so important. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, and that's why we started the Daddy Daughter Tea Date for that reason. Because when girls don't have strong relationships with male figures, they go looking for that love.
They don't know. They don't know what defines a good male, and that really affects their future boyfriend or husband looking. Man, you don't want to fall in the same trap again.
You don't need to fit the male into the dad role. It just means that you just need to have a strong male and a strong female. You need a strong, positive male and female in a kid's life. I think that's
absolutely.
You're right, but there's nothing. I mean, speaking from someone who lost her father, back in the day, I was a little girl, but no one can replace that father role, And I was very lucky that my stepfather came into my life, but had he not, I don't know where I'd be today.
Yeah. Yeah, but Maria, don't you think it's different that your natural father passed away instead of like run away or walk away? That makes it.
That makes a big difference as well.
Huge. Because that Leap is still around, but he just don't want to see you.
No, I heard you, Tony. I heard you.
Hey,
I
Tony.
heard I heard something, a sigh or a breath.
No, you just heard my gravitas approaching.
Well, Tony just heard someone say, "Who's the daddy?" So and he comes.
Who's your daddy? Tony looked up.
By the way, Yano, thank you for liking me on Facebook.
Yeah, it's like, you saw that.
You're one of the 40 few. No, because he never tweeted me.
See, Laurent, I don't know if you tweeted Tony properly.
Ooh, I have a bagel.
You were his priority, Maria, not me.
No. He included you. I'm pretty sure I saw it. I'm pretty sure I did.
Wait a second. I didn't know Tony was on Twitter. Wait a second.
Yeah, he is. He's
Tony's Twitter handle. Can someone copy and paste it?
I'm Tony. I'm
Tony's Universe.
Tony's Universe.
Of course.
I think I followed that. I followed you, Tony.
Because he saw that I took Maria's Earth.
Yeah, right. I remember that.
That's not true. I wanted Tony's World, but of course everybody has Tony's World. That it's not. Not available.
That's what he likes to say, but because I had mine first, and then
It's not true.
That's a good story. Stick with it. It's true.
Everybody have a good weekend.
Did you have a nice weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that, yeah.
James Patterson was quite the treat, wasn't he?
Oh,
Awesome.
perfect guest.
Very wise man. Yeah.
Well, we have two writers in the Hangout today. We've got James Patterson, and then we also have Larry Charles. Larry Charles was, Larry Charles is one of the writers for Seinfeld.
Ah, right. Yeah.
And also director, and he just directed the movie Dictator with Sacha Baron Cohen.
I think he also executive produced Entourage. Entourage.
He was on Entourage. What else? Can't they just turn that audio down? What does it have to be on 11 every day?
Why does it have to be out here at all? If Phil or Robin or myself.
But they can just keep it down. They don't have, it's just, wow, it's so loud. Can you hear the audio coming out of the set? Do you hear it?
No.
Yeah. But when you're talking, no, not really. Not much. When you're talking, you overpower that.
Oh, it's so loud.
It is overpowering.
Yeah. When you're quiet, then we can hear it. But
Tony and I are going to be off. Tony's off Thursday, Friday. I'm off Friday.
And then I'm also off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And I'm off Monday, Tuesday. So I don't think we'll be able to have a hangout, you guys, for...
Because I would have hung out with you had I been here and Maria wasn't here.
No, listen, Shaka's off as well next week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so Shaka's off all weekend.
Yeah.
No hangouts next week. What am I going to do?
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I know. I was asking
No
Maria.
star?
We were very concerned about
No
all of
Maria?
you. We
No
didn't
Tony?
know what drastic action you might take.
Yeah, right.
I was thinking they're going to leave us, and they're never going to come back. I was
No,
worried.
it'd be more like everyone gets
No,
storms my Fox11 studios.
Well,
we just
you know what they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder, so.
That's true.
That's what we did it for.
To take me away, it'd have to be Jennifer Lopez would have to do a daily hangout or something like that at the same time.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, but I would. But, yeah.
Thank you. I'm actually going to come back this afternoon because Matt Gibson and Damon Marks are going to come here for the 5 o'clock news. So I'm going to try to come back this afternoon at 4:30 just to say hi.
Okay.
That's where
Yeah, but I had to bring the baby.
Well, see, that's the advantage of Maria living
Bring the baby.
street from the station, whereas I live like on the other side of the world.
He does live far.
They won't let me in this neighborhood, so
You only have a certain time frame that you're allowed here. It's like in London, like you have to pay.
I have a daily pass.
And you have to pay a toll, Tony, whenever you come here. Yeah, I know. In London, it's like that, huh? Like you can't drive in. They automatically see your car's license plate.
It's very, very central. It's just like a little disc in the centre. It's
central London.
Because London isn't all that big if you're talking like the really central bit. I mean, it's massive. We've taken, it's like 5 million people there, but the really, really tiny bit where the congestion charges, it's
congestion charge. That's what you call it, the congestion. Yeah, it's expensive. My friend lives in London.
Yeah, last time I was there, I think it was about £8, but it'll be more now.
What's £8?
Well, quid is our slang of bucks.
Pound, right?
You say bucks, we say quid. It's like, it's...
Oh, pounds,
pound.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pounds, okay. Yeah, next time I'm in London, which been a long time, but we've been 3 times, my husband and I.
I've never been.
Tony, you need to get a life. Oh, what do you do with all that money of yours? What do you do with all your millions, Tony?
Really, Maria?
I don't understand.
There was a famous footballer. He's died now, but he 90% of his money
Right?
spent on beer and women.
What's that? What did you say?
There's a famous footballer in England called George Best, who died now, but he said 90% of his money is spent on beer and women, and the rest is wasted.
Wow.
No, and the rest is wasted. That's the end.
I don't have that kind of life, Trev.
That's not the whole quote. That's not the whole quote. It said 90% of the money I spent on beer and women, and the rest I wasted.
Oh my God. Wow. That's funny.
But we're an alcoholic as well, but
They're alcoholics.
I have been to Paris, Ron.
You have been to Paris? I'm shocked.
I have been to the City of Lights.
Shocked.
I've been to Paris. Diano, I've been to your city.
To Reno?
The what is it? It's the biggest little city in the world.
That's right.
What? That's what they call Reno?
Yeah.
Really? I've never been. I want to go. No, I want to go to Reno.
Accurate. It's a small town. It's a small city, but it's bigger than you think it is.
Really?
And it's always growing. I mean, there's an area of the city that I went to just not this past weekend, but the weekend before that, and I hadn't been there in a couple years because there was nothing out there. I went out there then. Oh my God! There's shopping centers. There's
yeah. I guess not all of Nevada has tanked economically, then, huh?
Not really.
No.
No. Yeah. And Trev, I could be talked possibly into coming to London as long as I could be provided with free lodging, if you get my drift.
Well, I'm a bit of a drive.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's quite
Doesn't
far.
matter.
You're what, about a 3-hour drive?
That's fine.
Yeah, 220 miles.
That's
Yeah,
a long drive.
Bradford's not. I mean, it's not for a man of your caliber, Tony. Bradford's not up in the correct league, which is where I live. London will be on. Leeds next door is okay.
Not that nice.
Really?
Not that nice.
It's the heroin and gun capital of the UK.
Heroin and gun capital.
Wow.
But saying that, okay, this is the difference between America and the UK, or the US and the UK. Bradford's the gun capital of the UK, okay? Now, I'm not dodgy at all, but I do know some naughty people, as everybody does, and that sort of
let
thing.
me translate for Tony. Hold on. He's not dodgy. He's not dangerous, or he's not...
Yeah, I don't know. Not at all, but obviously everybody knows some naughty people, and I have never seen a gun.
You do have a shaved head, though, Trev, and that's...
Yes, you could fit the part. The stereotype.
Yeah, with a dark sunglass, you're ready to kill.
A little hoodie, and you could be dodgy.
Dodgy. It's easy for me to sort of deconstruct police's accusation, because I get that from police as well sometimes. I look dodgy, and I said, "What do you mean I look dodgy?"
Yeah, you get
But you all know I can be enticed to visiting any one of your countries with the
promise of free
lodging.
Free lodging.
Anytime you're in Reno, man, I do have a guest bedroom.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, that's nice, Deanna.
You could stay at mine, but honestly, this town is not. It's
Yeah.
If you feel like
that's fine.
The heroin and gun capital of
oh, it's a party.
then that's your place to go.
Well, that's very interesting, Trev. Actually.
Now, Trev, you're coming out here this summer, are you not? Are you not coming out?
Hopefully, the thing is, now I've got a business idea running around in my head, and to come over there, it cost me about $3,000.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's in total, though. That's all the internal flights and getting parted out.
Hotel, yeah.
Hookers and all sorts. You know what I mean?
Did you say hooker?
Yeah, I was joking there.
No, you save that. Like exclude that. Like
look, mate, honestly, I don't need to spend money on hookers. I'm English, right? That's how it goes.
Exactly, right. You open your mouth, talk, say a few things, talk. Well,
oh, you're right.
Make a
Trev,
joke,
you will get a bunch of people just.
Well, when we were in New York, it was unbelievable the female attention. I know it's not because of our look. It was literally my accent. It was unbelievable. I'd love America.
Love Actually, the movie.
Love Actually.
It wasn't quite that good, but
the movie Love Actually.
I got a lot of smiles. That's probably more accurate. Just women looking and smiling. Yeah.
Or at least that's what you're willing to say in a live hangout.
Well,
Miles.
That's fun.
I believe you.
Haley stepping up.
Is that what they call that?
Okay,
Larry Charles.
Listen, Haley is stepping. She's coming here right now. Haley Reinhardt.
Oh.
We don't have very much time with her because Larry Charles is coming right after her.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
We'll keep quick.
so we'll just ask a few questions. I hope you have some. She has got a new album out. She was on the 10th season of American Idol. I can't even remember who won that season.
Yeah.
So.
Can someone post a link to her something?
You.
Here's her wiki.
Okay, wiki will help.
Oh, shoots.
All right, thanks. Got that.
Tony, do you have any questions
Thanks,
for,
Trevor.
are you going, Deanna?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, okay. I thought you said, I'm like, no, don't leave me, don't leave me.
I mean, I don't know this woman at all, but we'll see what questions I can make
yeah,
up.
me too, but yeah.
We'll just, what you call it, play by ear. Tony, do you have any questions for Haley?
No, I'm trying. I mean, I get all my seasons all
Season
mixed up.
10. Who won season 10?
Wasn't that just the last season?
She's 21.
She's fairly recent. Yeah, she was this past, right? Is she the one that they thought had something going on with Scotty McCreery?
Yeah.
10 American Idol.
I don't get it.
9 season.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Well,
2009 to 11.
Just trying to have conversation.
I try to stay out of people's love lives.
I'm just trying to have conversation. Were you having an affair?
No.
Michelle? Mish, who won that year for season 10? Oh, never mind. She's coming right now.
Okay.
Oh, she doesn't remember either. Oh, let's see. Scotty McCreery was crowned the winner of the 10th season. So
Okay,
it was
so
Scotty
Scotty.
McCreery.
Okay, it was Scotty.
So maybe it was something that was going on. We'll get her answer.
I've never heard of any of those people.
Yes, I just heard that. Thank you, darling.
This is bad. I watch American Idol about as often as I dress up in a pink costume.
You sounded really good out there. I was listening from here. Hi, it's very nice to meet you. Okay, cool. Sit down.
Oh, this one.
Yes, your new album, which I listened to the first song, your single, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Free.
Picture my favorite tracks.
Oh, I listened to Free. That was it. That was the one I listened to, and it was so good. Come move up, Funny. Come move up. This is our Google Plus Hangout.
That's fun.
And we didn't get to talk to you last year because we never get the we don't get the third and the second. We only get from the fourth and oh yeah let's talk about this definitely.
Oh God, look at that colic.
Have you heard of the colic yet? Okay. Have you heard of the Google Plus Hangout?
Sounds very familiar, yeah.
Okay. Basically, we get to hang out with anywhere from 5 to 10 people from all over the world. It's really neat.
Ooh.
And not only that, but it's broadcast to our registered Google Plus users, and hopefully to a lot of them. There's about 170 million of them now that are registered.
Wow.
That's really awesome, and it's also on our YouTube channel.
Cool.
It's a great way to tell them about your new album.
Definitely.
So, hey you guys, it's Maria from the Fox11 newsroom here in Los Angeles, and I'm glad that Haley Reinhardt with me from American Idol. You may remember her. You came in number 3.
You got it.
Yeah, so when you're in the top 10, I mean, you have got a career, to me, I think, locked in. But you have just come out with a new album. Here it is. I don't know if you can
Listen
see
up.
it. There it is. It's called
Listen Up.
Listen Up. Oh, that's what it's called. Listen Up.
There you go.
That's what you were just saying. Listen up to me. So let me introduce you really quick to the guys in the Hangout right now. We've got a few of them. We've got Trev, who's in the UK. He's in Yorkshire. Kempton is in Canada.
Hi.
Hi.
Deano is here in the US. He's in Reno.
Hello.
So you may see a couple other faces pop up, and that's just
That's so
people
cool.
hanging out. Yeah. This is really, really neat. I love it because this is a great way for you to hang out with your fans as well. So at some point, hopefully, you'll get on the Google Plus bandwagon.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's talk about your album. Listen
right.
Up. Listen Up. Now, you just sang a song on the set.
Right.
Which one was that one?
That was my first single, Free.
That was Free. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, all right. Good. I heard that one at home, and it's really, really good.
Thank you.
Did you have a hand in writing it and in producing
Everything other than that song in particular, I did co-write, because I picked Free out while I was touring with American Idol, and it was just, one of those, when it came in, I knew it was a perfect one for me to record.
You have an amazing voice.
Thank you.
You do. And there's a bit of a transformation. How has the last year been for you?
Incredible. It hasn't really stopped for a couple of years now, and that's a fantastic thing. I couldn't be happier. So everything is lined up and worked out as smooth as possible, pretty much.
And the biggest change for you from the time you first auditioned until now, what would you say?
There's so much. I mean, I've moved from Chicago to LA, and
you have moved here.
Yeah, and I'm based out here and have my whole team surrounding me, and so many great people involved with the project. And I've just been, touring with Idol, jumping into moving here and writing the whole album, and it's been a pleasure.
Wow. Well, very good. Do you keep in touch with Scotty and the rest of the gang from American Idol?
Mostly everybody, at least from time to time, and if we can't see each other, we're looking out for each other, seeing what everybody's up to.
Excellent. Yeah. Now, how would you describe this album here? How would you describe the music?
It kind of is a mesh of a couple different genres, but it's very sultry and, rock, pop, funk. It kind of goes in between all those things that I was influenced by and have grown up with. The old time kind of soul R&B feel for some of it, and it worked. It has a sound of its own, I feel.
I do. I really like it. You guys, if you haven't heard it, at least listen to Free anyway.
Yeah.
And then you can get a feel for the rest of the album. If you guys have any questions, just get my attention, okay? So what's your schedule for? You have this thing coming up at Hard Rock
tonight.
Tonight.
Right?
Oh, it's tonight. So what is that?
It's a free concert at the Hard Rock, and everybody's, welcome to come. We'll be full band, which we don't do that often. We've been doing a whole lot of promo touring, so this will be one of the first times. Get everybody out there, do, mostly originals from the CD, and give everybody a good old taste. And then it comes out at midnight tonight on iTunes.
That's excellent. So if you're in LA watching, you can listen to Haley at the Hard Rock Cafe tonight, and the album is out. It's called Listen Up. So check it out, you guys. All right, thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
Can we take a quick picture? Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
Definitely. That was cool.
So you're
Nice
having
to meet
fun?
you.
Yeah, it's been crazy ride so far.
Are you getting any sleep?
No.
No?
But it's good. It's great.
You don't look it.
Thank you. That's a good thing.
You look amazing.
Yeah, I'll sleep later.
I was looking at your picture, from before, and you definitely look more confident, and you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I usually don't have the straight hair ever.
No. See, now you've got the.
That was one of the few times probably ever. But thank you. I really appreciate that.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Okay,
Thanks
we'll
so
see
much.
you soon. Come back and visit.
All right.
Okay.
Love the voice. Speaking voice. It's really
It's
sort
very
of
charming.
sultry, isn't it? So, it's almost sexual.
Trav.
Should use the word sensual there, shouldn't I?
Well.
Jason, you popped in just when I was saying goodbye to Haley.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry.
Jason.
Jason.
The Shaka is disappointed.
She's still here. I can't believe.
So Larry Charles is coming.
Yeah, he's coming.
Make sure he doesn't run away.
I wanted to make sure we didn't overlap with his, so I didn't ask any more questions.
You're awesome at that, Maria.
That was on
you. Just sat and there's no pause. You'd never have like a thinking pause where you've got to think of the next question. You can just chuck them out. Do you know what I mean? Like I was thinking this is going to get awkward in a minute, but does that make sense? I was thinking. I was sat there thinking this is going to get awkward because we clearly didn't have any questions and it looked like you were sort of. But you didn't. You just kept pulling questions out and
Which is good. Yeah.
Aw, well, thanks, you guys. I don't know. Sometimes I have off days, and some days I just hope I don't screw up.
No, I don't think you ever do. I've never seen you screw up anyway.
Yeah.
No.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I've never seen you screw up either. I would remember that because I'd make fun of you for it. But I don't think.
Well, I don't mean screw up, but like there were a couple interviews where I thought I could have definitely asked better questions or, perhaps worded it a certain way.
Well, it's always easy to look back on it in retrospect and go, it's like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, but it's like, fine. So don't worry.
Also, as well, you're always going to have a least favorite interview.
Do you want to share your link?
Oh, you want me
tell
to?
People we're going to...
Oh, yeah. Let's tell people that we're going to have Larry Charles on.
That would be an idea. I'll be right back.
Let's reshare this link.
We share your invite and do that, and then we share.
I'm sorry, what?
Reshare the invite.
Reshare the invite,
yeah.
Which is
the go down.
See, it doesn't show up. There's something wrong with Google. It should be here. You would think.
It should be in your profile.
See, but this is the actual Hangout. I don't want to reshare that.
No, reshare that to your circle, to your Hangout circle, to your invite.
This one?
Actually, no.
No, but what do we want to do?
No, public post, just letting people know that.
Right. So that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for, and I cannot find it. This one.
That one.
This is it.
Yep.
Okay. Now, get ready. Hanging. He's coming out with Larry Charles.
Did you say get ready?
Yeah, he's coming now.
All right. Got that.
New movie, dictator.
Charles.
Okay, here comes Larry Charles. He kind of looks like the guy from ZZ Top, but a really skinny version. Do you think he'll get mad if I say that?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, huh?
No, yeah.
See this picture of him here on his wiki page?
He seems like a pretty cool guy, so yeah.
Yeah, did you see the picture of him on his wiki page? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not quite as easy top, though, is it? I mean, it's.
Well, he's a skinny version of the.
Oh, but I mean the beard. It's.
Yeah, the beard. Yeah.
It's just a.
I don't really have questions for him, Sue, but you guys have some.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, not that I have off the top of my head, other than.
Or I think he was like involved in Seinfeld in the first.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Seinfeld.
And then into.
Mad About You.
Yeah, Mad About You.
Oh, Mad About You. That's right.
Yeah, season 4, and then let's see, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I can't really say that word.
All right.
First job as director.
Hi.
Counting on you, man. This is all you.
Nice to meet you. Please have a seat.
Is it possible for me to get a water?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
it'll cost you. No,
oh, okay. I have a little cash on me, actually.
You have a little bit.
It's hilarious.
Cash with me.
Well,
actually, I went to New York a few weeks ago, and the day before I left, I lost my credit cards, and my license. Of course, the day before I had to get on the plane. So it was tough, actually. But I've got it all back now, so I'm ready to buy the water.
Yeah, most people don't carry cash, really. Not today.
No, it's crazy, too.
I know. Well, listen, this is our Google Plus Hangout, and this is our microphone here. So if you
how close should I get?
Come as close as you can, if you don't mind.
No.
That way, the camera can. What do you call it? Focus on us. It's a little buggy today. I don't know what Google's going.
You know how it is.
Yeah, some days.
Monday. Maybe it's Monday. A lot of use.
I call it Monday. But anyway, this is the Hangout, and the Hangout is like all the social media platforms rolled into one, married to Skype. This is how I like to explain it. And we get to hang out with all kinds of people from all over the world, up to 10 in the Hangout.
Fantastic.
And not only that, but we are broadcasting to hopefully all of the registered Google Plus users, which now there's about 170 million.
Wow.
I know, it's so awesome.
That's great.
It's fantastic. I can't wait to see it getting, rolled into one of these shows, like Larry David's show.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
It could be. I've seen some really funny things.
That's a very interesting idea, actually. Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully we will plant that seed here somewhere.
Okay,
so
cool.
Hey, you guys, it's Maria from the Fox11 newsroom here in Los Angeles, and I've got Larry Charles, writer, director. Most recently directed the movie The Dictator.
Correct.
And by the way, this is a real casual thing here.
Good.
It's even more casual.
I'm very casual, so this is perfect for me.
Yeah, I can see you have a very casual style that has its own, signature.
Yes.
Larry Charles. Does someone advise you on your
No, it's just
red carpet?
This is what happens in the morning, and that's it. I go with it.
You get on the red carpet? Does someone
on the red carpet? I actually wore a suit at the red carpet.
Did?
Yeah, it was shocking. It was like my bar mitzvah suit. It was very exciting. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so let's talk about The Dictator really quick.
Please.
How is that? Like, what's the collaboration between you and Sacha Baron Cohen?
Well, it's a larger collaboration, really, than even Sasha and I, because we have a group of writers. We have like what I call a creative brain trust, and we basically scrutinize and examine and analyze every moment of the movie, from the writing through the shooting through the editing. So there's a lot of debate and discussion about every moment of the movie. So it's really a larger collaboration that's been going on for a number of years through all three of the movies that we've done together.
So, I mean, because when we watch it, we think, oh, that must have been, an improvisational moment or whatever. But is it scripted throughout?
Well, many moments are improvised or ad-libbed or are spontaneous. But in this movie, we had a very strong script to start with. As we do on Curb, and even on the other movies with Sasha, we have a foundation, a written foundation of some kind, knowing that we're going to go off of that foundation and improvise and make stuff up along the way. But it's good to have a good foundation, a structure, to know where the story is going, where the characters have to go, and then the actors feel much more comfortable ad-libbing.
And by the way, you also directed the first one, Borat.
Yes.
And, well, why not Bruno?
I did direct Bruno.
Oh, you did do
yes.
Bruno. Oh,
yes.
you did. So you did all three.
Yes. You should go on IMDb before we do this.
I should. I did. You know what I pulled up here? Look,
yeah,
but
not accurate. Not accurate.
I didn't do IMDb. What's wrong with
Do you know that it has my the wrong birth date, and I've tried to change it 100 times, and somebody keeps changing it back to the wrong date.
Isn't that funny that you tried to do
Are you serious?
I'm trying to make myself younger, which I actually am.
What's your birthday, sir?
It's very annoying to be told that I'm like almost a year older than I actually am. So
I'm going to look up IMDb.
at this age, I don't see February 20th. That's not my birthday.
It's not.
So what is your birthday, sir? I'm going to fix it for you.
December 3rd. All right, man.
December 3rd? Okay, someone out there is going to hear and is going to fix it.
Fix it right now.
That is incorrect.
This is IMDb.
I understand, but if you go on Wikipedia, it's the same thing. It's so annoying.
Yeah, I will change it.
But I also have fake, I was saying before, I have fake, people have put up fake Facebook pages too. So
yeah, they do that all the time.
Yeah,
I know that.
And then this kind of information keeps, it's like a meme. It just kind of spirals out of control.
So we'll reference this video to
for Larry. So if you do, just let me know.
Can I ask some question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So Larry, I love the stuff that you work with Sacha Baron Cohen. Like Sacha is one of the coolest comedian, up with Ricky Gervais and the whole gang. So I want to ask you specifically on Borat. So in Borat, you guys must have been lawyered up like to the nth degree. I mean, you guys so first of all, talk about the process of getting people to sign off the release form. And there are two scenes I want to ask you specifically. The one scene is he's singing the national anthem and probably almost got killed. And the other one is running like totally almost naked in the convention.
Yes.
Those two scenes.
Well, first of all, the releases are they're very, very detailed. They're prepared by a lawyer. So that when people sign these releases, they are, look, often people, how often do you or I look at the fine print on a thing that we sign? Almost never. I would advise people to look more carefully next time they sign things. But we've been sued, I don't know, 50 plus times, maybe 100 times, and not one lawsuit has ever actually gone to court. So the releases are very effective legally. So we're covered that way. As far as the rodeo and the running naked through the convention, which was the culmination of the naked fight, that's the kind of stuff that we would do. I mean, that's a situation where it's set up. We know what we want to accomplish in those scenes. We know that, for instance, the naked fight, Azamat and Borat have to go their separate ways at the end of that fight. But beyond that, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how people are going to react to it. Two naked men running through a hotel lobby. And I don't want to know what's going to happen. I want to be surprised just like I want the audience to be surprised. So I become the surrogate for the audience in that respect. I want to see what happens as much as anybody else, and I don't want to know what happens. If it gets too controlled, it loses that air of spontaneity that makes those movies so special.
Sasha almost got suffocated in that naked fight scene, right?
And he actually did almost get suffocated. That's true.
Was real.
Yes, that was very real. I'm looking for the reality of that situation. We all are, and he had this look. The big guy, Kenny, who was the big guy, he never even understood why this was funny. He was constantly saying, I don't see what's so funny, and we were just going, just get undressed, it'll be funny. So there's a certain leap of faith that goes on with those sort of things.
Did you ever shoot a scene or a couple of scenes and go, that was just too far, there's no way we're going to put that in there? Were there those moments?
All three of these movies have, the first cuts are like 6 hours long. And they eventually turn into 90-minute movies, so there's so much material that gets put aside. Some of it because it goes too far, some of it because it's just not funny, some of it because it doesn't fit into the story. So there's all kinds of reasons why the movie, those pieces of material don't make it into the final movie. They're great pieces of material quite often and really worth seeing, and hopefully someday we'll put out these longer cuts.
I was gonna say,
and people would see kind of more of a flow to the movie because of that.
Yeah, well, no, I loved both Bruno and Borat.
Thank you.
I know, even the second one, a lot of people were like, but my girlfriend and I went and saw it, and we just laughed our asses off.
Well, I think people were...
it was uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable,
but
it's really funny, and it's very pointed. I was just thinking today on the way over here how we went to this Prop 8 protest downtown, and got into a melee down there. We were trying to kind of shine a light on this homophobia that exists under the surface of this country, and I think for a lot of people it kind of hit too close to home to some degree.
I see. You know what? I forgot to introduce everybody to the Hangout, and I'm so sorry, but Larry, this is Trev. He's in the UK right now, in Yorkshire.
Hey,
Kempton's in Canada.
Hi.
Jason's right outside of DC area, and
Good
Deanna's Reno.
Deanna, how are you, man?
Yeah. We've got people that we hang out with on a regular basis.
Oh, that's cool.
They're all vetted, and they're all...
I'm just going to start coming here and hanging out with you guys.
We want you to.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, we'd love that.
Yeah, I like it too.
So, The Dictator, we saw the clip that you guys shot at Cannes, yep, right?
Yes.
Were you there?
No, I didn't go to Cannes.
No?
No. No, I don't travel that much if I can avoid it, actually.
Yeah, I want to talk about Seinfeld. Oh, go ahead, Trav. You have a question?
The Dictator is it's not in the same style as Borat and Bruno, is it?
No.
Is it like it's
scripted, right?
Yes, I mean there was an original script by Alec Berg, Jeff Schaefer, and Dave Mandel, who I worked with on Curb, and but that script was always intended to be a kind of a platform for the movies to riff off of, to improvise from, to make a lot of stuff up, but using that as the structure. And it was a very, very strong structure with a real story. And it required actors, it required visual effects, it required sets. And so it seemed like the smart way to do that, the way to do it for this movie. But trying to maintain that spontaneous edge that we had in the other movies, which was the challenge here, actually.
So Larry, I love you and Sasha. Sorry, quick one on this. But with Bruno, there were a few scenes. For example, the Velcro scene that is, to me, maybe a bit mean. Of course, I understand the message and agree with the message of the homophobia thing, and that is a great on that. But how do you deal with criticism on some of the scenes are a lot meaner to me anyway than Borat actually?
Well, I think we were met with a lot more meanness with the Bruno character than we were with the Borat character, and I think one of the reasons for that was because that character was gay. People felt much more comfortable hitting him, hassling him, roughing him up. People felt more okay with being mean to Bruno than Borat. And I think that's what's reflected in the movie, really. We're very careful about picking our targets. We don't want to pick targets that don't deserve to be targeted. But we felt in this movie, all these people who were hating gays, trying to convert gays to straight, trying to stop gay marriage, all these things, we thought this was wrong. And to attack that, you have to step on some toes occasionally, you know, and that's the only way these things are going to change.
Agreed.
I love the little stunt he did at that awards where he was sort of flew in as an angel, and then that with Eminem.
That was
that was awesome, man.
Sasha's willing to do anything, and once he's in character, he's not himself, and he's willing to do anything. And then when he comes out of character, he's like, "What the hell did I just do?"
He's fearless, that guy.
He is fearless. He is fearless.
Yeah, it was great when he dumped the ashes on Ryan Seacrest.
Yes, that was cool too.
that was planned, right?
Do you think that Ryan was kind of expecting it, or was that purely spontaneous?
From what I could tell, Ryan did not know that was going to happen. I'm not sure they felt they could even pull it off. It was very difficult to even pull that stunt off. So I think Ryan was caught by surprise. But you see him on TV, Ryan. He's a very cool guy. He knows how to handle pressure, and he kind of rolled with it really well, actually.
Jason, did you have a particular question? I'm sorry if
I did, yeah. The Dictator was hilarious. Loved the movie, and I mean, a lot of these comedies, you know, they kind of get, you know, the predictable jokes, what you see on the trailer, and then they kind of die. The Dictator did not do that. Like, it kept rolling along, and you're like, oh, it might pause. Oh no, that's funny too, and then oh no, it's funny too. But I just have to ask. I don't want to give anything away, but the scene where he's in the storage room at the grocery store.
Yes.
Where it's just him doing his specific thing.
Yes.
Yes. How long did it take you guys to shoot that? How many people were on set? Like, what was...
Because he didn't know how to do it. We had to actually instruct him first. No, it was a normal day, you know, a normal day at the office for us, you know. We'll shoot the masturbation scene today, you know. So, but we experimented a bit. Again, there's a situation where we know we're going to do that, but how to do it best to make it palatable to the audience, to not make it too gross or graphic, but not also pull back too much. That balance is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about that we will discuss endlessly before we do it. And so then we'll cover it many different ways. We'll shoot more than we need, and we'll experiment with that scene. So there's a scene that's written, and then there's the scene that's shot, and then there's the scene that's edited, you know. So it goes...
I almost feel bad for the writers who have to, you know, write 2 or 3 pages of script for something like that.
Yes, well, even on the set, we're adding stuff even on the set as we go along, too.
Yeah, okay.
The Dolphins, though, definitely made it.
The Dolphins were a good choice.
Yeah.
So what's next for you after this? Obviously, you had a huge success on Seinfeld and TV. Is there going to be something that's going to pull you back, or something that you're creating?
I love television. I would love to do television. I've done a couple of pilots the last couple of years, but they just haven't sold for whatever reason. And I love all the mediums, really. I have no prejudice against any medium. It's where I can do my thing. That's where. If it's a television, if it's movies, I don't really care about that. Maybe it's here. This could be the next place.
Yeah, do something here.
I like this idea, really. I mean, you have this direct connection with the audience, which is very hard to achieve.
And it's live, and everyone has access to this right now.
It's TV with a live audience.
Yes.
And like when we do Curb, you don't get that kind of feedback immediately. You have to kind of hope that people are liking it. But here you would get a direct sense of what's going on. I like that.
And there also still needs to... But the first person to do that is still open as well.
Yep.
Yes.
We're waiting for the first one.
Yeah.
It's going to be Larry.
Okay,
all right,
I'm going to do it.
Thanks for hanging out. Can you take a quick photo?
Of course.
Yay. Okay, let's wait till it focuses. Yay, cheese.
Yay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks you guys for hanging out.
Thanks a lot, Larry.
Thank you very much
for hanging out.
Hi, Sudesh.
Yeah.
I'm doing fine. Hi, guys.
All right. Well,
thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure.
I'm going to watch Dictator. Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy.
I saw both of the other two.
If you like Bruno, you'll love this.
Of course.
You will.
Of course. All right. Awesome.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
He's so cool and fun.
He is so fun. Yeah. What a great guy.
Yeah, Maria, if you took your gal pal to go see the first two, you'll like The Dictator.
No, I loved the first two. I mean, it was like uncomfortable, but it was fun.
Oh, really bad. It was bad, wasn't it? Bad in a good way.
Yeah.
See, now it makes more sense with me for Bruno now. I mean, if it's really mean stuff that he experienced, then sure.
Makes sense what he's
the movie is meaner. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah. I mean, to me, when I watch it, like, why was it so mean?
I'm gonna have to go, so.
Oh, bye, Trev.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so guys.
Bye, Trev. Good day.
Like,
what
you've
was I
only
going to
got
say?
like about a little bit of 5 minutes yourself.
You know what's really cool is that people like him, who's so creative, will do something in this medium, which is going to be so great, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And there are a lot of possibilities for him to riff, right? And well, look at Borat and Bruno. I mean, hey, this is right for it, right? Just put another character with Sacha doing it. Yeah, I think he retired Borat, so I think Bruno is retired too. But hey, I mean, another new character for this medium.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think it'd be fantastic to see them take advantage of something like this.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't have to be. The key thing is it's just real people like you and me, right, Jason?
Yeah, I mean, it could be the same format where we do this interview, but he's in character.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
guys,
real
listen,
reaction.
I have to run. But thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Those were great questions, and I love that Deano corrected his wiki page. I forgot to tell him. I should have told him. Because I closed the chat. I closed the chat box when we're doing the hangout. So I would have
Deano, make sure you add the reference to this video later. Then hey, it's sourced from his mouth.
I'll reference it a little bit later so nobody can change. So we can change.
Right. So yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
Hey, I have a comment to make on the earlier when Sally came on the Fox LA. She was talking about Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, yeah.
She was saying that he needs to read some more books also.
Yes, I know. With James Patterson, we talked about that too. Sudesh, I've missed you. I haven't seen you in a while.
I was seeing it on air. Yeah, I was seeing on the web page.
Oh, gotcha. You were watching on air.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I gotta run.
Okay, bye. See you later.
All right. Bye,
Bye. Have a good one. Bye.
Yay! Shaka's here.
So how you feeling?
Shaka, which phone you working on nowadays? Still the Note?
Let's see. I've been through since the Note, the Titanic.
Okay, Titanic.
The HTC One X, the Lumia 900. And I think one other. And none of them.
Which is your main phone?
None of them as much as the Note.
Okay, the Note's still.
Yeah, I'm still Note is king of the pile for me because of what I do with social media. It's a huge phone, and I pick up my iPad about half as much as I used to. So.
Okay, the utility of you got the same facilities on the Note.
Say again.
You got the same facilities on the Note, Galaxy Note.
You know, one of the things with the Note is that, and I hate to say this, but the Twitter client on iPad sucks. The Twitter client on iOS is horrible, and they need to make it more like the Twitter client on Android and the mobile Twitter client. You know, where you can see your interactions and all these other things. I mean, you can, but it's just.
Can you do that on iPad?
You can, but it's not as straightforward as the mobile version, as the cell phone version.
I was looking at another, the Lenovo ThinkPad. It's got a stylus like the Galaxy Note.
Well, which other pad is that?
The ThinkPad, Lenovo
ThinkPad.
ThinkPad. Just check, It's more business. It's more business oriented.
Right. Yeah. Samsung's also going to be releasing the Samsung Galaxy Note tablet, the 10.1.
Yeah, I read about
Yeah, so there'll be a 10-inch version of the Note essentially, and
that's what I want. I want it.
You know, I really like my iPad, and until tablet app support gets better on Android, I'm just not there yet.
No, that's
fair.
We are
hearing rumors about the iPhone 5 may go to a 4-inch, and they may come out with a mini one also.
Yeah, I've been tracking those rumors, and we'll see what happens. I'll have the
June's
iPhone
coming
5
up.
here
I think next month.
when it's released. we should be one of the first places to have it here in LA on the air that the day it's released. So we're working on that. And of course, if the Mini goes to AT&T or Verizon, I'll get that as well, and we'll take a look at it. If there is a Mini, that's still rumor, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, what have you been up to, Jason?
Yeah, same old, same old. Just it's raining here in the DC area, so yeah, it's trying to stay dry. I was actually going to say one of my favorite Twitter apps is the Twitter client on the PS Vita, because the way to do especially like you kind of mentioned with the interactions, I like being able to see who and how I interacted with different folks, and they kind of do like a layer system, so you can kind of see how you're interacting with the conversations. And the only other place you really see that is on the desktop, whether it be with Hootsuite or some of these other programs. But yeah, it's of all the places, like I'll have my phone and my tablet with me, but if I'm trying to have a Twitter chat, I'll be on the Vita. It's just so much easier to do it on there. No, yeah.
In their dorm room and spied on him what's been politely described as an intimate encounter with another man. He then tweeted and then just days after.
Can you still not join Hangouts on air on iPad or mobile device?
That's
like
correct.
What Ron felt about gay people, what he didn't feel about gay people, whether this should have been.
Well, trust me, it's like when it becomes possible to do that, if that's part of the game plan. There will be a lot of noise about it. You won't be able to listen.
Okay, right.
Wait, you can't join those on the mobile?
No. A regular Hangout you can join on mobile, but not on air.
But another thing I find it strange. You're on your PC and then you're on an iPad, you're on your iPhone, all on the same account. Why do they allow that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that cool? It's insecure, I feel.
Well, it's like, I like it for regular Hangouts.
I know it's good, it's convenient, but I mean, suppose you lose that mobile device.
Wait, say it again?
Suppose you you lost that mobile device, either your iPad or your phone or your smartphone.
Oh, that's a good point. It's a really good point. Didn't think of that.
Or you don't save your password. You keep logging in every time.
Yeah, just it's like, well, it's like on all my stuff is like all my stuff is
always ready to go as you switch it on.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in encryption. Convenient, but worth it.
Yes.
Dumb happens. That's all.
There it is. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to log Maria off here, and I'm going to go put some of these Hangouts up on our YouTube channel. So
sounds good.
The Vanilla Ice Hangout will be going up today, as well as Jake Johnson and a few others.
Some of the older ones, okay.
So I'll catch up with you guys later around the Google, Twitter, Facebook, interwebosphere.
Somewhere, we'll track you down.
Shaka, you don't have any more Hangouts on air like earlier you used to have at the 1 p.m. news and the evening news?
We're going to do something.
Something different, okay.
I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but our PM audience is a little different from our AM audience, so we're going to do whatever kind of makes the most sense with that audience, and we'll give them access that they feel comfortable with, so that ultimately they do access the talent. So something along the lines. We'll see what that looks like.
Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye.
You do the same, Shadesh. All right, Deanna.
Bye, Deanna.